guys. I'm here with my dog Sonia and I'm going to show you how to check your dog's vitals. She makes me nervous sometimes, and I know that your dog's probably making you nervous too, whether they're acting really dramatic or if they're just in a really deep sleep and you're looking at them and you're like, oh my gosh, he's not moving. But rest assured, if you know how to check their vital signs, they're most likely okay. And I always like to check hers just to make sure that she's doing good and to give me some peace of mind and to possibly save her from a vet visit, or if something is up, then I know to take her to the vet, schedule an appointment, or take her to the ER. So I'm going to show you how to do this in 4 steps. First step, we're going to check her circulatory rate or her beats per minute, and then we're going to check her respiratory rates, her breaths per minute, and then we're going to check her gum color to make sure that she's got good blood flow for CRT, capillary refill rate, and her temperature to make sure that she's not running a fever or that she's under and she's too cold. So what we'll need is either an analog clock, or if you have a phone, you can also set a timer for 15 seconds to do the beats per minute. And according to Blue Pearl Vet, there are 2 ways to take their beats per minute. One way is pretty easy. You can take your hand and put it on the left side of their chest. So she's laying with her right side facing up, so I'm gonna put my hand underneath her. And then you should feel some distinct heartbeats. And then you're gonna count those heartbeats for 15 seconds and then multiply it by 4 to get her beats per minute. Now the second way is to go over to their back legs, and you're gonna lift up one of their legs and then place 2 fingers, your middle and your index finger, on the underside up towards their belly area, like in that kind of armpit, and you should feel some very distinct beats. That's from their femoral artery. And then you're gonna also count those for 15 seconds and multiply by 4. And the American Red Cross also likes to point out that different dog sizes have different heart rates. So if you have a puppy, their heart rate generally is gonna range from 120 to 160 beats per minute. And if you have a small dog, their heart rate will generally range from 100 to 140 beats per minute. And if you have a larger dog like mine, those generally range from 60 to 100 beats per minute. Now if they're outside of that range, that's perfectly okay. It could be for some reasons, such as they just got done exercising, they're sleeping, or they're under some anxiety, or the room temperature has changed. Okay, and now we're gonna look at respiratory rates. So Dr. Putri Lin at Mount Pleasant Vet Center, gives us some good tips. So if you can see over here, her chest rising and falling, we're gonna look at the rises and the falls. Dr. Putri Lin says to look 1 rise and 1 fall, that's 1 respiratory rate. So we're gonna count that for 15 seconds like we did with the heart rate, and then that'll give us her breaths per minute. So we're looking at about 20 to 30 breaths per minute being normal, or if they're panting, 200 to 300 pants per minute. And then now we're gonna move on to looking at her capillary refill rate or her blood flow through her gums. So, if you can see, she's very pink gums, which is great. We're gonna press down, wait a few seconds, and let go. And then that color is gonna change from white to pink pretty quick. And that's a great sign. So that means that her blood flow is great. Her circulation is good. She has good oxygen from that pink color that we saw. Some alarming colors that we wanna look out for are gonna be a blue color, which can indicate that she's gonna be low in oxygen. Pale pink to a white color, which can indicate signs of anemia, poor circulation. We also want to look out for yellow color, which can indicate signs of jaundice from liver problems, or a really red color, like a bright red, that would indicate some signs of irritation in her mouth, which could be caused by teeth issues, such as a lot of dogs develop tartar, and that can cause some gum irritation. A lot of dogs, when they get older, or if they're smaller dogs, they also get some infections in the mouth. If you ever smell some bad breath again coming from that, get that checked out. Okay, so the temperature. You're gonna want to take your thermometer clean it off with the alcohol 1 or 2 times. And then you're gonna turn it on, and then you're gonna put it up about 1/2 inch to 1 inch. And then once that digital thermometer beeps, you know you're done. And normal range for the temperature is gonna be 99.5 to 102.5 according to the American Red Cross Association. Okay. And to wrap things up, getting to know your dog's vital signs and checking them almost kind of frequently is going to let you know what's normal for them and what's going to look unnormal for them, so you know whether to take them to the vet or not. And some of the good things to keep in mind are going to be that these are just general guidelines. If they fall outside of them, it's okay, don't panic. It could just be because of what I said before, they're anxious, they just got an exercising, or the room temperature has changed.